name is Kelly Kimball. I am a fourth-year literary journalism and Spanish double major.
Hi there, my name is Will. I'm a second-year biomedical engineering student minoring in management.
The way that the Career Center helped me was that they really got the ball rolling and they really motivated me to reach out to do an informational interview.
It's a great resource here on our campus, and I feel like a lot of students need to utilize it a little bit more to its full potential. Before the informational interview, I will be honest, my first one, I was fairly nervous. I thought it was like a regular interview. So I actually had my first informational interview was a phone interview, and I prepped the questions on my end. So my questions included a lot of what sort of advice would you give, or a little bit about their backstory as well, and I prepped that through looking through their LinkedIn, looking up anything I could find about their company, for example, like doing a Google search on like what new articles were on there, so I could talk about that with them and see like, oh, have you learned about this article? Tell me a little bit about it.
I wanted to know as much about the person I was interviewing as possible, just so I felt prepared to ask questions that had depth and nuance to it.
So there were three big questions I'm gonna stick with. The first one is, tell me about your story. How did you end up getting to where you are today? That is a really great catalysm, so they tell you like everything in between, because a lot of times you look on their LinkedIn profile and there'll be a lot of just like bullet points, and it's them going back and connecting the bullet points and connecting the dots. Number two would be, what advice would you give to someone who is still in college and has still so much time to keep growing? Another great question. It fields a lot of really great advice, especially with the next steps forward. And then the third question, I think the most important question during an informational interview, is do you know someone else that I could talk to? Do you have a friend, maybe a mentor that I could possibly talk to about the same sort of topic? And that is a very, very important question, because that keeps you going. It's like if you didn't ask that question, then you wouldn't be able to have that next person and keep the chain going. So the advice that I would give is, it's okay to be nervous. I was completely nervous, but something to take into it all is that you come in with these prepared set of questions for them, and I think just taking it from a different aspect of, this is not an interview where this is like for a job, rather this is just someone to meet.
Everyone deserves to be as well aware and well educated on the industry they're going into as much as possible. Especially if your industry is rapidly changing, like the journalism industry, for example.
I think that's something that I've learned throughout all the informational interviews, is be willing to make mistakes, be willing to just stretch yourself a little bit more and see what you can do, and always be willing to learn.